Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on Saturday, July 4th, 2026. So this morning we have a westerly airflow around an area of high pressure that is currently to our south, towards Bay of Biscay, and around that we bring up this long fetch, warm and humid, but also moisture laden southwesterly airflow. And while you have high pressure quite close by, it is not close enough to stop this flow of cloud coming in from the west. So this morning most areas are quite cloudy, and Scotland does see this frontal band that has been stuck there for quite a while. It's lying parallel to the westerly flow, so these areas of rain will just line up and just belt in towards western Scotland. You can see it starts all the way out here, and this trail of rain won't be moving very far north or south at all through today, tomorrow, Monday. So therefore, Scotland can expect a very wet period here, especially in the west. It'll be quite miserable for those areas, unfortunately. Now, further south, it's quite cloudy overall, over Ireland, Wales, Western England, Northern England especially. But towards parts of Eastern England, you can see we have some sunshine and clear skies. Now, hopefully, things currently do show, they do forecast these brighter skies towards the east and south to expand northwards and westwards over the coming days. And by, say, about Wednesday, Thursday, most areas should be under fine weather and temperatures rising. Now, let's have a look at this then. So here is the UKV high-res chart. You see that rain in Scotland piling in on that westerly flow. It's stationary. So in Scotland, especially in the west of Scotland, on the higher ground here, plenty of rain coming. In the east, a bit drier as the rain does dry up over the hills. So today, you notice sunshine does break through a bit more widely across the south, but really quite a lot of cloud coming through, and that rain does persist in Scotland. And a few showers do come south as well, into Northern Ireland, Northern England. I think on Wednesday, this band of rain was forecast to come a bit further southwards, but for now, it's being kept weaker and is being contained towards more northern areas. Now, overnight, we'll see some further reinforcements of rain coming in there from the west into Scotland. Otherwise, it stays clear in the south and cloudy in between. Sunday, well, we keep seeing that rain just piling to Scotland as usual, although more extensive bright skies are likely in the south. Monday, well, the rain, you'll notice by that point, has shifted towards the far north of Scotland, so more areas are drier, and on Monday, that clear slot to the south, again, it would expand just a bit more, a bit further west and north. Even Northern Ireland seeing clear spells by Monday evening. And then Tuesday itself, more rain into the north and west of Scotland. Elsewhere, always sunniest, always sunnier, the further south you go. And Wednesday, well, even Scotland by Wednesday sees sunshine, notice that. And the rain finally starts to ease off in the west. Well, there's still some bits of drizzle there and low cloud coming in on the slacker westerly airflow. And by Thursday morning, well, most areas are clear away from the far western and northern fringes, where we'll see some mist and murk coming in on what will be by then a light southwesterly flow. Most areas clear. So let's have a look at our temperatures then. So as we know, it'll be coolest towards the west and north, and warmest to the east and south. So today, some areas getting up to the high 20s in parts of eastern England and towards the southeast. Some low 20s there for Ireland, high teens as well. Also low to mid 20s there for much of England and Wales. Cooler west and north. Tonight, well, mildest in the east and south. Could be a bit sticky and humid, a bit cooler elsewhere. Sunday, you'll notice there that that the highest temperatures do start to expand northwards. So most areas south of the line from Dublin to Limerick, and much of East Wales and England away from the north, see temperatures in the low to mid 20 Celsius, some high 20s possible towards London and the home counties, and possibly touching 30 Celsius as well. Again, cooler west and north, and temperatures really suppressed in Scotland, like 10 or 11 degrees with the pouring rain. Sunday night will be again coolest west and north, freshest there as well, a bit muggy in the east and southeast of England. Monday could be quite hot for a time in central and eastern parts of the UK. You can see temperatures getting to the high 20s and low 30s. Oh, I can't do that. And low 30s. Sorry, guys. And widely temperatures into the low to mid 20 Celsius in parts of Ireland, apart from the west, parts of Wales, northern England, again away from high ground and the west, and also eastern Scotland away from the west. The temperatures will still be suppressed, pegged back around 10 degrees, believe it or not. Now, Tuesday morning will start off again a bit warmer in parts of the country, possibly threatening a tropical night over parts of eastern England by that point, and then a bit cooler in the west. Tuesday itself, again, very warm to hot in parts of the east and south. Really, only cooler spots by then are parts of Scotland in the west and north, parts of western and northern England here, and western and northern fringes of Ireland. Then into Wednesday, when more areas start warmer, especially in England, parts of Wales, eastern Scotland, eastern Ireland. So you can see day by day, these temperatures are incrementally expanding westwards and northwards. These higher temperatures. It's a slow burner, but incrementally, we are getting, we're just taking these baby steps towards a warmer and drier spell. Wednesday, you can see again these warmer temperatures are expanding. They're just taking baby steps westwards and northwards. And Thursday morning, actually some parts seeing quite chilly temperatures there. Despite these rising daytime temperatures, I think that's because by that point the upper temperatures won't be that warm, and we'll see these clear skies and light winds by night, and therefore temperatures, these warmer pockets will start to radiate out towards space by night, and I think that's quite welcome actually. That's the perfect combination with the warm days and sunshine, then by night quite cool temperatures, so you can actually sleep. Right, so here is the GFS run. GFS, looking like this. So high pressure is to our south, just to our south, and that keeps us for now in that moisture-laden westerly airflow. As we go through next week, well, high pressure starts to ridge northwards, because the jet stream starts to buckle northwards as well. That allows the high an easy pathway up northwards. And these lows are also carried up towards Iceland and Greenland. They're kept up there, and the Azores high has a window through which to ridge. Now, by next Thursday, so the GFS anyway is showing the high pressure going towards Scandinavia and a thundery low to our south. That brings up a very warm to hot wind from the southeast, and we probably see some thunderstorms breaking out with that pattern there. And warm as well, quite humid, warm and thundery. Into mid-July, we keep that going. High pressure is to our north and west, thundery low to our southeast, and it stays warm or very warm with a risk of thunder showers, especially in the south. And well, we go into the third week of July, and it looks like we're getting cooler for a time as the winds switch into the north before we go back to westerly winds by the last third month. Here's the ECM. ECM is having high pressure to our south there for a time. ECM, it has the high starting to ridge northwards by next Wednesday, but without as much conviction as the GFS. So it keeps the high over us and to our south. So more likely in this pattern that we see the northwests hanging on to the low cloud throughout, and no thundery low. Well, in the end, we get there next weekend with a big area of high pressure over us and probably clear skies and the sun baking the ground day by day and temperatures rising into the 30s Celsius. And eventually we get into mid-July, high pressure starting to go towards our east. Well, a very warm to hot wind comes up there from southeast, and thunderstorms could break out with that trough of low pressure. And then we go cooler by 19th. Here's the UK Met run. UK Met, once again, well, high pressure is to our south, big chunky area of high as well. It is very close. It just needs that jet stream to buckle northwards. That would be the trigger for this warm spell. And yeah, it does there by Tuesday, so hence the Azores high does start to ridge into that gap. And by next Thursday, we're all looking, well, most of us, away from the far western and northern coasts at dry, warm or hot and sunny weather. And then next Friday, well, thundery low to our south. Are we looking at more thunderstorms? Here's the GEM, and probably in the northwest, I am prepared for that feeling of disappointment. Oh golly. I feel like recently a lot of these breakdowns have really favoured the northwest and like the far northwest as well. Not like if you're in anywhere central in the east and south, you miss out mostly, and you get these huge storms blowing up across parts of Western and Northern Ireland, Scotland, Northern England, those areas. So here's the GEM. Although we have seen some storms in the south, but not where I am. Anyway, so here's the GEM. GEM, again, high pressure is starting to come northwards by Tuesday. That jet stream is starting to ridge northwards, so there we go. And we're into a warm spell. Let's see, no thundery low. Well, at least not as close to us as towards Spain, Portugal and France. And we stay mainly dry, warm to hot and sunny into mid-July. That's really warm there. By the 14th, strong area of high pressure towards our north. And there we go, we're looking pretty good. Here's the icon. The icon, actually I want to check after the icon something. We'll get there. Anyway, so the icon has again that jet stream starts to buckle to our north there. By Wednesday, high pressure does ridge into the gap, and we see a warm spell. Icon has a complex breakdown around the 10th of July, and we revert into, well, we don't actually. These low pressures keep going northwards, and a thundery trough forms over us. So more thunderstorms, and maybe more in the south, given the location of the trough. I wanted to check out on the UK Met run those upper air temperatures on Thursday night, on Wednesday night and Thursday morning, because of how chilly those temperatures were looking on the UKV. I want to see what is happening aloft by that point. And actually, well, those temperatures are quite warm. Typically, when you see a warm spell, by day, temperatures rising into the 20s and in some areas 30 Celsius. And you see, generally, by night, temperatures are holding up quite widely into the high teens or low 20s. Possibly because A, these temperatures aren't as hot as we saw back in June. I mean, yeah, they're warm, but they're not into the mid 30s or high 30s. So we start at a lower baseline. I think that could be it, really. And also in many western and northern areas, by this point, we aren't actually tapping into these very warm air masses from southeast. But by that point, anywhere in like the west and north, that is still homegrown warmth, while in the east and southeast that is imported warmth. So we see these temps holding up. That's my read on it. Either way, so I could be wrong, could be right. Arpege, again, arpege shows high pressure towards the south and southwest, slowly comes up northwards through when it tries to. Let's see, jet stream goes up northwards by Tuesday, and the high pressure tries, although these areas of low pressure are quite deep near us in Greenland and could put a bit of stress on this area of high pressure. Although, given that the jet stream is going northwards, I see no reason why this shouldn't just fill the gap, and we might end up seeing thundery breakdowns. So here is so overall, that is an increase in confidence for a possible heat wave or warmer spell. Just given the fact that the jet stream is now going northwards, that allows the high pressure to come north, whereas on Wednesday it looked as though we had a flat jet stream, low pressure just shooting across there, west to east, no real room for high pressure to break through. So here is the GFS ensemble graph for London. So currently looking at about average to a bit above average with the upper temperatures. They'll be rising even more into next week. Quite a defined warm period here from about, say, Monday through till around, say, next weekend. So for a whole week, temperatures are looking above average, so quite warm, or even hot for a time, late next week. Then they do seem to show a downward trend into mid-July, although a lot of spread. Some ensembles are keeping it very hot, others getting average to below average. So you see also earlier, a lot of the ensembles that kept it hot really went for it. Like big area of high pressure right of the country, warm to hot, dry, sunny. Yeah, so looking at Dublin, similar trend. Warm up starting as of now, really. Peak of the heat or warmth around 8th, 9th of July, then slowly easing off possibly. Some ensembles will return us to these cooler, fresher winds from the west. Others maintain the high pressure and the heat. Let's go towards Glasgow to round things off. Well, Glasgow, looking at, again, warming trend, although peak of the heat is more defined and shorter lived. So starting around, say, next Tuesday, Wednesday, only lasting towards the end of the week before the ensembles do trend downwards. And if anywhere is likely to see the greatest impacts of a return to westerly winds, it will be those areas further west and north, like Glasgow. Although, still, quite a lot of ensembles keep us quite warm, and others go quite cool. And yeah, that's it. So we have an increase in confidence now for a more widespread warm spell. For now, yes, it is confined towards the south, but as you saw, day by day, these nicer weather, this nice weather will expand its way westwards and northwards. So hopefully by Thursday we will all be basking in the sun and temperatures like high 20s, low 30s, and lows overnight, not too hot. Everyone, thanks for watching. I will see you, and bye for now.